Tonight on 2 News at 6 o'clock, we're taking a look at Utah's governmental immunity statute and how it's impacting 2 wrongful death cases. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jim Spiewak in for Heidi and Mark, who are on assignment. Now, one of those cases involves the family of Gabby Petito. Government immunity provides immunity to state and local government entities as well as their employees, which makes it very difficult to hold them financially liable or for negligence or misconduct. Tonight, one case is stuck in a holding pattern because of it. Chief Investigative Reporter Wendy Holleran is here to explain. Wendy.
Well, Jim, the parents of Hunter Jackson are waiting for the Utah Supreme Court to issue a decision in the other case related to the murder of their son. That case was tossed out of district court due to governmental immunity. Adult probation and parole claimed they did not know Kent Cody Barlow, the parolee they were responsible for supervising, hadn't been to drug treatment 21 days before he was high on meth, crashed into Cedar Valley Stables, killing Teresa and Bobby Ratliff's son Odin and Brooke and Jeremy Jackson's son Hunter.
Us filing separately shouldn't mean that we have to wait.
On April 2nd, Judge Stephen Nelson granted the defendant's motion to stay until Ratliff versus the state of Utah. The companion case is decided by the Supreme Court.
It's not right.
Then there's the wrongful death lawsuit in the case of Gabby Petito. The family argued the Moab Police Department was grossly negligent in its investigation, contending it sympathized with Brian Laundrie and did not properly respond to the domestic violence situation unfolding. The officer talks about Utah's domestic violence law, which requires an automatic no-contact order where you separate them. He says he knows why this law exists.
And if there's some fighting going on, he already was Mr. Nice Guy. You already gave him a chance. What you can't do by law is separate someone and say, if we hear from you again, we're going to arrest you. Because then if one of them really needs help, they may not call police and get help.
The Petito lawsuit was dismissed in district court on the grounds of governmental immunity. It too is being heard on appeal at the Utah Supreme Court. The Jacksons filed a brief in support of the Petito family, saying that the outcome in the Petito case could impact their case in district court.
It's been 4 years. That's longer than they were alive.
Brooke Jackson says taking on a Goliath shouldn't be seen as daunting.
I think that that's what they want us to think, and that they're going to try to shove that down our throat so that we'll back off.
Legal expert Nathan Evershed.
And that's why the cases have been filed. There is a legitimate argument that they're making that there is a way to get through and pierce this governmental immunity. But it really comes down to the facts and circumstances and evidence.
He says it boils down to this.
Now, sometimes those mistakes rise up to the point of wrongdoing and intentionality. The more intentional that a mistake is made by a governmental actor, the easier and easier it is to pierce that immunity wall.
Now, I asked court spokesperson Tanya Mashburn about the amount of time the Utah Supreme Court takes to issue opinions. She sent the following statement, which reads in part, the Utah Supreme Court reviews each case individually, and the amount of time required to resolve an appeal varies depending on a number of factors. As a result, there is no standard timeline for deciding appeals, and cases involving similar subject matter may proceed on different schedules. Jim?
Wendy, thank you. Wendy and our 2 News Investigates team has been covering the case of Kent Cody Barlow since the very beginning. You can find all of her past reporting, the court hearings, interviews with family. They are all posted online at KUTV.com and much of it on our 2 News YouTube page.